Hi, I'm Tanner with Transwest Truck Trailer RV here in Frederick, Colorado. Today we're going to go over an inventory unit. This is a 2022 Logan Coach Bullseye 3-horse bumper pull. If you watched last Friday, I believe it was last Friday, for Halloween we videoed this trailer. Piece of Bacon videoed it. I'll have Avin, our video guy, drop the link to that one if you want to have a little more fun watching videos this morning. But on a serious note, we'll just walk around this trailer, show you guys some features. This trailer is available as compared to most trailers that we have sitting here are sold, or on order sold. So it's really unique that this trailer is actually available for you guys to come look at and possibly take home if it's something you guys are interested in. Up here at the front, we'll kind of start off with some Logan stuff. You'll notice as we walk around this whole trailer today, this is called Vortex Lining. And what it is it's pretty much a rhino lining that Logan Coach uses. It's a hard plastic coating that they're going to put pretty much on every piece of steel that's exposed on this trailer. So as we walk around, you'll notice this black Vortex coating is going to be really protecting the whole outside of this trailer. I'll point it out a couple more times to you guys as we video as well. But on the topic of protecting stuff, there is also diamond plate wrapped around your nose of this trailer as well. Just think about it, if you're pulling this behind a truck, you're going to be kicking up lots of dust, lots of dirt, lots of rocks, and versus it hitting your paint and scratching up your painted aluminum, it's going to hit this diamond plate probably first and help protect this trailer a lot. Then up here we do just have your standard 2 5/16 ball, as well as your 7-pin and your breakaway cable for your breakaway brakes on this trailer. Coming around to the tack room of this trailer, again, it is a swing out saddle rack, pretty standard for Logan horse trailers. This is a 4-tier saddle rack, so you can always buy a 4th saddle rack if you did want that 4th option to carry a saddle, or you can adjust these 3 to give you a little more room for hauling your tack. And it runs on a gas piston, so you pretty much start pushing it in and it'll pull itself in, and then once you start pulling it out, it'll almost pull itself out, and then it'll hold itself out for you as well. It's really nice, especially because your horses are going to be standing right here saddled anyway. You can easily pull your saddles right off and saddle your horses right next to the door. Right there is your blanket bars. Again, they are adjustable inside and out, not necessarily up and down. I like that you can pull them out a little bit because it makes it easier to slide your blanket straight on versus having to shimmy them by a wall or something like that. So again, it's real simple to be able to slide your blankets on, push this over against the wall, and it secures your blankets over against that wall while you're traveling. That way you don't get where you're going and come into this tack room and you have saddles and blankets on the ground. Here kind of in the corner of this tack room, we do have a 35-gallon water tank. That tank will come with the hose. Again, I can't stress how important enough it is to carry water with you, whether it be in this little bumper pull or a huge living cord you guys are hauling. It's super hard to find water these days, whether it be at a gas station, finding a fairgrounds that has water turned on during the winter months. A lot of places will shut them off just to avoid freezing hazards and stuff like that. And then again, you do have horses sometimes that just like drinking their house water, they get used to it, and you might give them water somewhere else they don't want to drink it. So it's just really handy having this water tank, again, for your horses, maybe if you're hauling dogs or something like that. It's just really handy to have that. And then up to the right of these water tanks, at the very top, we do have your bridle hooks for this trailer. Pretty much the whole partition wall on this trailer is lined with those bridle hooks. It is carpeted behind those bridle hooks, again, to help protect this trailer. If you have some bridles that have conchos, sharp edges and stuff like that, not only is it going to protect the sheeting on this trailer, but it's also going to help protect your bridles and headstalls as well. And then again, below that is that Vortex Lining product I talked about up front. It is coating the whole partition wall of this trailer. Again, if you have totes or something like that sliding around while you're traveling, if it dings up against that wall, you're not really necessarily hitting the aluminum or hitting the steel, you're hitting that Vortex Lining, which is built to take a beating before it kind of breaks down. And then again, up here at the front, it is your aluminum sheeting, and then you can see that steel frame is covered in that same Vortex Lining like I talked about earlier. You also have your spare tire up here in this front tack room. I'll show you guys, talk a little bit about the tires and wheels in this trailer here in a second. Coming down the hip wall of this trailer, you do have some extrusions here. All extrusions do is it makes that metal not flat. It's going to bump that metal out in places and make it a lot stronger. So if you have a horse that likes to lean, paw, anything like that, these extrusions are really going to last a lot longer than just normal sheeting on a trailer would. Up top, pretty standard. If you see a Logan Bullseye model trailer, this is kind of what you're going to run off the lot with. You're going to get a LED light here on your passenger side, and again, it's going to be real handy to click that light on when you get where you're going, swing your saddle racks out and stuff, and be able to saddle your horses right here and have enough light to do so. Below that are 3 oversized sliding type bus windows. I like their bus windows because if you've ever seen a trailer that has like little small bus windows on them, they're just not really practical. Doing these oversized bus windows gives you that option to get a lot more airflow for your horses and really pull a lot of fresh air for your horses while you're traveling. Below that, you do just get 3 D-rings. Again, 3 horse, you're gonna have 3 D-rings on each side. I can show you a little bit how these sliding type windows operate. So you can slide them from the outside as long as they're unlocked from the inside. All 3 of them will slide super easy like that. So if you pull over and you realize your horses are kind of sweating, getting a little hot, you can always run these windows on the side of the highway. Close them, open them, do whatever you do to keep your horses cooled. And then talked a little about the spare tire in the front. It is going to be a matching spare tire to these tires I'm showing you right here. These are Westlake E-rated tires. We got steel wheel on this trailer sitting here. We do order them with aluminum wheels sometimes. We try to hit a little bit of something different on all our trailers we order, but I want to show you guys this green tab right here. These trailers, or these Logan trailers, we've been ordering with nitrogen filled tires. The reason we do that is because if you ever have a normal tire on your trailer that just filled with normal like compressor air wherever you come from, it's only probably about 75% nitrogen. The rest of it's going to be oxygen. So by making these nitrogen filled, they jump up to about 98% nitrogen, which what that does is nitrogen doesn't contract and expand like oxygen, so you're not getting those huge PSI fluctuations like you normally would. You know, in a really cold morning like this morning, it'll be warm this afternoon, you're not going to have to keep putting air in and draining air to keep your PSI where you want it. By filling them with nitrogen, it's going to help you travel a lot more safely and efficiently. And then coming to the rear loading area of this trailer, again, the first thing you're going to notice is all the dark on this trailer. It is that Vortex product. It's all over the back doors of these trailers. That way if you have a horse that likes to lean on the back doors, again, they're leaning on this Vortex and not straight on your steel. All probably 4.5 feet up on the walls is covered in this Vortex lining, as well as your back partition wall. Before I jump in, I want to show you guys the floor of this trailer. It is a wood floor in this model. Logan does have an aluminum floor as well. But this is the wood floor model, and again, you'll notice they went ahead and they put Vortex on top of that wood. So they took an already great flooring product, which is wood, which is easily replaceable. Last 15 years for you guys, no problem. And then they took it a step further and they coated it with that Vortex lining. So again, they really want this trailer to last a long time for you guys. And then this is the divider system Logan uses in their Bullseye model trailers. You might get the telescope and divider depending on which model you pick. The reason we have a telescope in this trailer, I'll show you guys right here, is because if you notice you want to pin this over the wall and maybe hide it or haul a UTV or an ATV or something like that, you're not going to be able to close that back door with it sticking out. So the models that you won't be able to close the back door on, we do this telescope and divider in. It slides in super easy, and it just gives you the ability to clear that back door. That way you can shut it and haul whatever you need to haul with the divider positioned over there. And you're not having to take dividers out every time you want to haul your four-wheeler. I'll pin it over there real quick. And then I'll show you guys the latch mechanism right here. It's going to be the same latch mechanism no matter what model Logan you get. If you get a Select Living Quarters or Riot Living Quarters, you get this Bullseye model bumper pull. It's going to be this latch mechanism in all Logan's trailers, and it's a really slick mechanism. It pretty much turns this gate into a slam gate. You can get a horse in here, you can slam the gate, it'll stay slammed, but it's also a real cool little handle for you guys. It stays recessed so your horses can't chew on it, they can't kick on it, it's not going to cut your horses up. It allows you to just slam that gate on, and that way you're not fighting a gate while you're trying to load your horses. So both your dividers are always pinned right over here. So again, if you did want to jump a UTV up in here, these can travel pinned like that. You don't have to take them out. It makes it super easy and efficient for you to use this as a multi-purpose trailer. And again, behind me you'll notice Vortex lining, of course, all over the inside of this trailer. So you have a horse that likes to kick, and they kick, let's say, a hole in this Vortex lining. You're not going to have to replace sheets on this trailer or framing on this trailer. You can pretty much go to the store and grab a rattle can of Rhino lining or Vortex lining and patch over it, or you can order a patch kit from Logan, and it'll patch really easy than replacing a full sheet that a horse damaged. In each stall area of this trailer, we do have D-rings. We do have corner feed bags that'll fit perfectly in each one of these stalls. And I'll show you guys a little bit about the outside. If you put corner feed bags in here, there's not an easier trailer to feed out of. From the outside, I'll show you guys how easy these windows are to drop, and you can fully drop the windows, almost crawl in here with the step, and be able to see what your horses are eating. You can feed them, check on them, do whatever you need to do while you're traveling. It's a real cool product. Feed bags are really inexpensive, and it makes it really easy for you guys to travel and feed your horses as well. Here on the hip wall of this trailer, we do have 3 LED lights. They're not turned on right now. Cool thing I like about them is you'll be able to run all of them from a switch outside, so you can flick that switch and it'll turn all 3 of them on. Or if you just want to have just a little light in here and not completely light it up, but just give your horses some light to see to eat, or you to have some light to see if you stop at a gas station and check on them, you can flip that switch in the back, or you can operate all these lights individually with a little switch on each light. So you can have 1 on, 2 on, 3 on, whatever you need to do or whatever you see fit. I showed you the sliding windows on the back side of this trailer and kind of how they operate. You can slide them from the outside, but you can also slide them from the inside. The thing I wanted to show you is by sliding them on the inside, you do have a lock mechanism right here. So if you don't want them to slide, you aren't going to want them to slide for a while and you don't want to run from the outside, you can always lock these shut. That way they're not moving and jiggling around while you're traveling. All 3 of these windows will have a lock on them. That way you can lock them shut and kind of keep them from rattling and keeping your horses a little more safe back here. If you have a horse that likes a tailhead, that likes to run through the windows, they're not pushing that window open and closed while you're traveling. But as you jump out of this trailer, you'll be able to see the bow to this roof a little bit more. This roof is slightly bowed. The reason we do it is so it keeps that water and moisture running off this roof. If you have a flat roof, a lot of times the seals are just high enough on there that that water will sit and pool up there in the middle of this. Then over time, it's eventually going to eat away at those seals. You're going to have to get your roof resealed. You might start seeing some leaks everywhere. So we slightly bow these roofs a little bit just to keep that water and moisture running off and to, again, add to the longevity of these trailers. Coming around the head side, it's my favorite part of the Logan trailers, and the whole reason for that is these drop windows. Logan does a really cool drop window product. They're super easy to operate. You can operate them with one hand. They're super light, but they're super sturdy. I can almost move this whole trailer with a drop window, and the trailer will start moving before the window even cracks or creaks. I mean, it's a really cool product Logan uses. The reason I like it so much is their latch system that they use. Pretty much anyone, as long as you can reach this window, all you have to do is pull down on this lever and the whole window drops. You're not having to reach the complete top to find a latch or anything like that. Same thing with their middle jail bars. You can drop them the same way. As long as you can reach this middle bar and just pull down, the whole middle bar drops out. I'll show you guys on this front window because that's kind of where I talked about that hay bag. So again, if you do have the hay bags in here and you want to feed, check on your horses or anything like that, with this being a 6'10" wide trailer, it's really easy to jump up on the running board of this trailer. After you've dropped your windows, you can check on your horses, make sure they're not tied up, tangled up with anything. You can feed them and just check on them super easy versus having to offload them or drop a bunch of hard windows that are easy to drop. It's really easy to check on your horses in these Logan trailers. The cool thing about it is it kind of gives you 3 different options for airflow as well. You have, of course, with it's closed, you have this slider window that you can control airflow for your horses. If you want a little more airflow, you can drop your big window, and they are 100%, they can drive down the road with that open like that. They're meant to lock in place and travel open, so you can get that maximum amount of airflow for your horses. We do have a Logan net on here. I like having the nets on there just because a lot of times if you feed, and let's say it's a really hot day out and you want to drop your windows to get them some air to keep them cool, but you fed them on the way home, that wind has a tendency to start whipping some hay around in there. It'll get in your horse's eyes a little bit. It could get in your horse's, lungs and stuff and get your horses a little bit of a cough. So I like that hay net because it just kind of limits that amount of whipping air that goes through the trailer. But again, you can take that net off too if you want, and you just want a little more airflow for your horses. So again, this is an available unit. We don't have very many available units right now, but we do have a bunch on order. So if this isn't quite what you guys are looking for, but you're looking for something similar, again, give us a call. But if you're interested in this unit right here, the stock number for this trailer is 5N211339. It's a 2022 Logan Coach Bullseye 3-horse bumper pull. Yeah, give us a call if you're interested in this unit. If you want to check out some of our other units that are available here, or maybe some that are coming in that might fit you guys. Again, my name's Tanner. We're here at Transwest in Frederick. Our phone number is 303-684-3409. Thanks for tuning in.